Okay, that was pretty cool. The front yard, you can walk in here, and if you're looking for some parts, I can get you hooked up. Yeah, it's like the first thing that stares you right in the face when you walk in.
This one out runs 315 square.
No, I can't remember which side this one was. Oh yeah, no big deal. So, not looking good so far. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my.
Alright guys, what's going on? So today we have a really fun video because today we're finally putting those wheels that we test fit on the white Galaxie actually mounted on some tires and actually onto this car. Now recently I went down to JBA Speed Shop, we ordered some of the tires, and today now we're gonna go load up the wheels in my truck, take the truck down there, and then we're gonna go ahead and get them mounted, show off their cool touchless tire machine and a lot of the other cool stuff they have down there at that shop, and then get back here and mount them on the car. So now finally we won't have these ugly rollers. We'll have some actually nice wheels on here. I'm in the process of getting the back end lowered. I'll finish that up once we get the tires, but I gotta go. God, I'm so happy we get to finally mount all these. So we're gonna throw these in the bed of the truck. It's kind of maiden voyage, if you will. Haven't driven it that far, so we'll see how it does. I rewired a few things, so hopefully it fixes my electrical issue, but I gotta get those bad boys mounted. I could spend $70 on gas because California. $4 for premium. Ouch. Big ouch. Well, update. I've been driving it for like 20 minutes or so. It's been doing really good. It's about an hour drive, which I was really a little bit nervous about. Yeah, it's doing really good. It sounds good. It's definitely lean. You can tell as it gets hotter, it starts to get a little leaner. I have a dead end fuel system, so it's not recirculating fuel. So I think I'm going to change that out to do a return style setup, and I think that'll fix my issue. And then I need to put bigger jets in this carburetor. It's too small. So I think I have 65s and then 72s. So I think I need 70s and 75s. So something like that. We just rolled up to JBA Speed Shop out here in Kearney Mesa, California. Got the wheels, made it down here alive. Pretty happy. The truck actually made it. It's its longest drive so far, so I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, this is a really cool shop. Look at all the cars around me, just in this one little space. I mean, we're gonna get a little tour going, so I cannot wait to show you what you guys this place has. It's crazy. good. There they are. This is the front. This is a small one.
Yeah, that's a little one.
Yeah, that's the little boy. 18 by 8. Yeah, that'll look good. That's what I was worried about, is not having, I didn't want a rubber band tire in the back. So, yeah, that's perfect. So this is a fancier tire machine than normal, huh? Looks like it.
It's a touchless machine, so there's no actual metal that comes in contact with it.
Okay.
So it gets mounted straight by the face with the center plate.
Yeah.
And then everything's plastic that comes into contact with it. So
Oh, okay, got it, got it.
eliminates any kind of chances for any scratches
Yeah.
or dents.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a reason why they call it touchless. I mean, I still gotta touch the tire a little bit, but
yeah, you just gotta get it close.
It does most of the work for me.
Oh, I see. Oh, so it's like a nylon lip.
Yep.
Oh, that's rad.
And then a lot of the old tires used to use like a pry bar.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was always the part where I'm like, I will scratch them.
Check this out.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow. Okay, that was pretty cool.
That's also really, that's way easier.
Oh yeah.
Looks a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, that's cool.
So air 'em right up on the machine, that's cool.
The best part is I don't even have to lift this thing up.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, now you're really cheating. Oh my God. Wow. You weren't kidding about the lazy thing. You could be as lazy as you want.
Exactly.
That's pretty nice. Look at that.
I mean, if this machine was any better, they wouldn't even need me.
Yeah, really. Oh, those look good. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's a big tire.
All 140 horsepower are gonna have a hard time doing a burnout with those things, that's for freaking sure.
I can set the pressure and then let this thing go.
Yeah, so we went with a Dyno NT55 G2, if my camera focuses. We got a 295 40R20 in the back, and then I believe it's right here, it's upside down, but we got a 255 45 18 in the front. Same tire front and rear. It's got a nice directional pattern, so it looks clean. You know, from the side, it almost looks like it's one of those kind of ET drag radial kind of tires. So I just wanted a nice, good lip, and it doesn't have a bunch of weird things all over the sidewall, so I think it looked pretty good, so.
Yeah, I can see it drop the load roller down.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Tires, like it's being driven down the road.
Yeah.
So it has 14 to 1,500 pounds of pressure on it.
Oh, wow.
So it's like simulating if you're going down the freeway, got a bunch of downforce or something along those lines.
That's exactly what it reads. So it reads the road course. So it tells me where to line up the tire and the wheel.
Oh,
And
okay.
then if I went through, if I needed to, we could go through and line that up and make the balance better, but it's not going to be any better than that. 8 pounds is really good.
Wow, I think this is definitely one of the fanciest setups I've seen. So I guess if you guys have wheels and tires and you're in San Diego, you don't want Discount or a bunch of these other places scratching your wheels up like I have had in the past. You know, JBA's got you covered. A whole touchless tire machine that's, gosh, I mean, smarter than a computer at this point. Geez, that's so crazy. Whole selection of wheels and tires too. You can order your tires through them. Got some race car tires. You guys even had some center locks over here in Mountain Up. Those are pretty rad. Yeah, these guys don't play around. Sweet, got the fronts right there all mounted up. Rear's over here. Man, that looks good. That's gonna look really good. If I can get them to fit. Man, those would even look good on this. Didn't even think about that. Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
No worries, man.
yeah, sweet. So I hear you got a lot of cool stuff.
We do, we have a couple cool things around the shop.
Yeah, well, let's go take a walk around. You don't even have to go in the building to just see a little car show. Man, that's a car I wouldn't mind one day.
You know the deal.
Ooh, another 5-speed small block, sweet. Yeah, that's like the first thing that stares you right in the face when you walk in. So tell me about this thing.
It's a 68 Mustang.
Yeah.
It's a Trans Am series car.
Uh-huh.
It was built by a couple of independent guys, Ford engineers Ed Hinchcliffe and Mr. Ross, and they ran it through the late 60s and early 70s. It's a tunnel port 302, which was dropped out in 70 for the Boss 302, but prior to that, this was it. 2 4-barrel carburetors, all original, and these cars are set up to run all the equipment that was in 68. So no modern equipment, all the suspension, everything under the hood is all period correct.
So there's no MSD this or any of that kind of stuff, huh?
Nope, it's all whatever you could have run in 68, and that's the way it is. And they compete against other vehicles from that era in a historic racing league. So this car gets raced 6, 7, 8 times a year.
Okay.
And all up the West Coast, out to Texas. It's a beautiful example of what it was back then.
Yeah, it still gets driven, it still gets the snot beat out of it, which is even better. So that's, wow, that's really cool. Look at the tires on those things. Is this thing flared out at all, or is it just like, it is, okay, that's what I thought.
That was permitted in the rules in 68.
Just ever so slightly.
Yep.
Super simple interior. You don't need anything more than the, I guess, the music of the motor to get you down the road, but dang, that was cool. And you got a whole bunch of cool stuff in here as you just kind of look around. You know, there's projects on projects, so there's never a dull moment in here, which is really cool. Oh, like Terminator Cobra style?
Terminator Cobra IRS retrofit into the back end.
Okay.
And he's got all the goodies and flared this one out, runs 315 squared.
Dang! Oh, in the front too, yeah.
Sponsored by Arby's with the meat.
Yeah, Arby's got the meat on this one. Oh my gosh. I'm not kind of walking into, I guess, where all the fun stuff happens. You got your dyno over here, and then a couple other extra bays. Some cool projects in them, some lifts, stuff like that. Yeah, so you guys do a little bit of everything, I guess. You got a alignment rack here, you got extra work bays over there, you got your general maintenance stuff, you got parts, machine shop, and then you got ultimately a dyno where you can see if all your hard work paid off.
Yeah, man. So we can build you a motor, dyno tune the motor.
Oh yeah, there's an engine room over there.
Dyno room. We can chuck it in the car and put it on the rollers.
Sweet. Yeah, that is cool. Hell yeah. Is it a Ranchero or a Falcon?
It's a Ranchero.
Oh, jeez, dude. Yeah, you can see it just barely fits in there. Oh my gosh, gives me something to look forward to. Well, if I can fit a Coyote in here, then I can definitely fit it in a 64 Galaxie. It's like 3 times the size. That makes me feel just a little bit better. Couldn't help but see this. I think it's a 70 or something like that. Got a billet grill. Notice it's got the Dream beams. Like the F100 guys, you know those beams, the drop beams, DJM drop beam kit. That is a nice truck. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of these. That thing's sick. I need another one. I'm gonna go ahead and move this thing. Dang, look at those beams. Can't get over it, they just pop out at you. I'll fire this thing up, move it so when a customer comes, I'm not in the way. Damn. Let's see if this thing embarrasses me or if it's actually gonna start. There we go. I got a motor they just put together and set up over there, and I guess if you want to build your own motor and don't want to put it in the car, you can kind of run in here and they can get it set up. Got a whole dyno room in here. Pull some Engine Master stuff.
It's cool, man. It's basically like a big torque converter.
Yeah.
It runs fluid through it. We're able to simulate load, do a lot of the stuff that we're able to do in the car on the dyno, but do it before it ever goes in the car. So we're able to break it in, find any issues, that kind of thing. It's cool, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, so you can literally break a motor in on the dyno and then get it all set up and actually see what it makes, and then drop it in the car, fire it up, and you're ready to go. Yeah, that's cool. Didn't know this was here.
Save yourself that time.
Yeah, don't want to put it in the car and realize you'd mess something up, or
save yourself that time trying to keep out of the throttle on the street.
Yeah, I'm kind of really bad at that. Yeah, pretty bad.
Guilty.
Yeah, a little bit. But the one thing I'm noticing as I walk around here, and you guys might notice as well, a lot of the stuff you wouldn't think is here and you didn't know is here. I didn't know they had a dyno room. I didn't know they'd have a full machine shop. I didn't know they had a regular dyno. I didn't know they did a lot of things. This is basically like a one-stop shop. I mean, I guess there's not really anything besides like paint and body, I guess.
Paint and body, upholstery.
Yeah, so
yeah, that's it.
But other than that, I mean, if you want to do a full Coyote swap, you can drop your car off and pick it up when it's done. Yep. So one-stop shop, literally, which is really radical. And I mean, I was in here yesterday and there was a bunch of newer cars, older cars. You got a brand new Camaro you want to put a supercharger on. You got a 67 Camaro you want to put a supercharger on. They can do that too. So it doesn't really matter what it is. So definitely cool.
Late model, as long as it's EO legal.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. That's sick. That's super cool. You don't see that a lot, especially San Diego, California, which I think is the coolest part. So support your local speed shop, JBA. That's sick. And then of course, you can't forget, as you pull up and you park your rusty, you know what, in the front yard, you can walk in here and if you're looking for some parts, I can get you hooked up. So this is actually where all the business happens. You got your front desk, you walk up, there's a bunch of friendly guys that know a lot more than I do about parts, and they can help you out. Got some apparel you guys can get. I actually, the first time I came in here, walked right over to this wall. There was a bunch of these things. It's like O'Reilly's little mini parts wall that they got, but they have the entire wall, and then they have another full wall, and then they have another full wall. Yep. So it just kind of goes everywhere. So let's kind of walk through here. Full MSD stuff over here, Holley stuff. You got carburetors. You want a jet, you know, wait for Summit. Got all the jet kits, Edelbrock stuff, Holley stuff. So a little bit of everything, which is pretty rad.
There's not a lot of shops where you can show up and get basically every part that goes into a Holley carburetor.
No.
Off the shelf without having to wait a few days and pay a bunch of money for shipping and everything.
No, yeah, that was the thing. When we were doing the motor in my truck, I was having some issues with some carburetor stuff and some fittings and stuff like that. I didn't want to wait 2-3 days for Summit because I couldn't. I had a car show the next day. I had to break the motor in. Came down here, got the parts, went back, put it in, and it all worked out perfectly. So it's definitely saved my butt a few times. So, but yeah, no, that is really cool. You do not see all these Holley. You'd have to like go in some, you know, old guy's garage that's been doing this for 10,000 years to find anything that looked like that. So that's really cool. Yeah. And then just all sorts of cool speed parts. You know, you got 8-stack FE manifolds just kind of hanging out.
Just chilling.
Oh, jeez.
We've got the Scott Drake wall.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that.
From here all the way down.
Yeah, so you got a Mustang, a Falcon, or any old Ford, you know, and you want some sort of little trinket or piece, and if they don't have it, they can order it for you.
Yeah, easy.
So,
easy.
Like I said, it's a lot more than just a regular parts wall. It's
a built bottom end for a Gen 1 Viper, ready for.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like,
boost.
I was counting. I was like, it's a V12. I'm like, no, wait a minute, this is a Viper motor.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks good.
Yeah.
Because you guys do full engine builds. You can walk in here and be like, I want this, this, and this together, and you guys make it happen.
You know the deal.
So that's pretty rad. You got gaskets for every motor.
It's in a 68 Charger.
Really?
With a supercharger.
Oh, that's gonna be rad. Man, I've never seen a bare block. It's all webbed and everything. I got some Chevys, some Coyotes. I saw this when I walked in, and I was like, dang, that's really cool. I wish I could afford it. I got one of these. Mine needs to be rebuilt, but I mean, look at that. Right out the door. You want to go get yourself a Coyote, stick it in your car?
And that's all balanced in-house in the machine shop, too.
Yeah, so this one's fresh. This one's ready to rock. Yeah. And then I can't remember which side of this one was. Oh, yeah. No big deal. So.
That one's a couple bucks more than 5,500.
Yeah. That's why we ended up going with this route. This is still expensive, but anything on that line is just through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Pertronic stuff. You know, I have this stuff in my truck. We're going to change over to some other stuff, but all sorts of little things. You know, wiring. Got a big wall of photos, and there's that Mustang we were looking at earlier. You know, it does race, so that's pretty cool. Got a whole wall of fittings.
Multiple walls.
Well, yeah, I guess.
So we carry Red Horse stuff, Earls.
Earls, yeah, right there.
Carry a bunch of Vibrant stuff.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm doing Vibrant on mine. Yeah, there you go. Got some carburetor fitting stuff right there. Yeah, this is always one of those things where you have to hunt around and try to find some shop in East County that might have one. Yep. But you can just come here and get everything. Yeah, all the name brands and couplers.
From Dash 4 all the way up to a Dash 24.
Wow, that is a. Oh, I can't even. That's a. That looks smaller on camera. That thing's huge.
Yeah.
That's like 2-inch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a big fitting. And exhaust stuff and intercooler stuff and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, there's really not anything I could come in here and be like, I need this. You know, you guys would be like, we don't carry that. Sorry.
Got a full wall of ARP stuff.
Yeah, actually, I think when I came in here last time, I got an intake bolt kit because they just had it on the shelf. A lot of those things that you wouldn't think are just on the shelf are on the shelf. See, there's Ford oil pan set right there, just chilling. So instead of ordering it, you can just walk in and get it.
So we have Red Horse and Earl's line. We have E85 catch can lines.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Yep. Very adamant about keeping all the black stuff so it looked all pretty. Yep. And so, I mean, there's all different types. You got hydraulic lines, you got silicone hose, you got heat wrap hose, silicone heat wrap, anything you want. I mean, it's
tough to find this stuff, especially in this diameter, on the shelf by the foot.
Yeah, no, I was just, last time I saw this was at the race shop I used to work at, and they had special ordered all that stuff. So, yeah, no, that's super cool.
We make lines here too, and then we pressure test everything, fuel lines to like 350 psi.
Okay, way more than it should ever see.
Way more than it should ever see. And then brake lines and stuff, like hydraulic lines, we pressure test them up to 1500 or 2000 psi.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you know, if you slam on the brakes, they're not just gonna go poof.
Yeah.
Those are the same brands that are sitting on the packages out front.
You know the deal.
So
yeah.
Heck yeah, you got a whole full machine shop. You need a motor built, we can get it all set up here, and like we were saying earlier, you can basically take it right out of this room and right onto the dyno and ready to go. So that's definitely cool.
So full machine shop. We've
Yep.
got, here's a bottom end out of a Cobra, 427 Cobra bottom end.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Kind of chilling.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Gosh, I thought it was cool with my 410. Oh yeah, there you got
There's
one of
a
these.
482. Yeah, I mean, that, how cool is that, man? With the casting right in there.
That is a more than I can afford block.
You don't know that signature.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Especially FE. That's
cool.
That's really wicked.
Yeah.
I remember I had an issue getting my pistons hung, and I had to search around for a machine shop that could heat up the rod and slip my wrist pin in. Crates of new engines. Like I was saying, they could blueprint you an engine. So
So this is the engine building room.
nice and clean workspace. I love it. You got Pontiacs, you got Fords, you got Dodge, you got everything.
Eventually I'll have a house where I have a room like this.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. It's even got the nice shiny floors.
Cleaner than my dining room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would love my dining room to look like this. You got engine on engine on engine.
Yeah.
So, and these are all spec'd out, ready to go.
Yep, we did a build for
So.
SEMA a few years ago where we did 1,000 horsepower Hellcats.
Oh,
And
sweet.
So we have a spare bottom end for a 1,000 horse Hellcat.
Ah,
Just casually.
because you got one of those lying around normally.
Casually.
Oh, even distributor
Tester.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those. That's really cool. So it checks all the points and makes sure everything's advancing the way it should be. I don't think I've ever seen a machine like that. That is super cool. I doubt you'll find another one of those in San Diego regularly.
Luck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
good
bring your distributor and have it be tested and or rebuilt. So if you got a factory dual point distributor, it could be fully reworked instead of going and getting an aftermarket one if you're not about that.
And if yours is totaled, we carry Pertronic stuff, MSD stuff, whatever.
On the shelf, which
the
is
shelf.
even cooler.
Yep.
So, all sorts of cool stuff. I got that on my truck right now. All right, guys, well, there you have it. We got the tires all mounted up, ready to go on the Galaxie. Massive thank you to JBA. If you're in San Diego, California, make sure you come down. I think they have Cars and Coffee every second Sunday of the month, which is really cool. They got a little burnout pad right here, which we will be back to hopefully start some tires once we get this motor broke in. But massive thank you to Cole and the guys over at JBA. If you guys ever need anything automotive related, from tire mounting to dyno, engine building, these guys got you covered. Man, it is nice out. Look at that. We got a Chevelle coming up. That one that was dynoing is about to come pull up behind us. I hope you guys can see it. Nice. Nice. Did a little burnout there for us. Made it back, so I'm gonna see if I can get these things to fit. These rears, man, they look small on camera. These things are big wheels and tires. So 20 by 10, 295, 18 by 8, 240, 255. So this is like something you put on the back of a Mustang, and it's going on the front of the Galaxie. So it is a beefy wheel. So you can see I was trying to go retro styling with some modern amenities. You know, people like the bigger wheels now, makes things look a little nicer. I don't know, I wanted to try it. I did the small setup on this, so it's not that heavy. I think my truck could actually look halfway decent with those. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah, these are the rears. Yep, you're probably gonna throw your back out trying to lift those up. Just open the tailgate.
Holy God.
Or don't listen, I guess. Jeez, let's not kill yourself with some tires.
Dude, am I missing something, or are these things like massive?
Yeah, I know.
Wait a minute.
No, yeah, they're way bigger. Because a bigger one up front. There you go. Now you guys can understand. Yeah, way wider. So, see if they fit. Probably not. I think it looked pretty good on my truck. Tucked under there. The big meats in the back. I think it might look pretty good. You're really enjoying it. Okay. All right.
there well.
It's not looking good so far. You gotta be kidding me. It's hitting the wheelhouse, just barely. Yeah, you can see this side is definitely lower. Nice. Yeah, that's where I wanted it. That fits beautifully right there. You just can't really see it. It looks like it's hitting, but it's not. Got some clearance right here, so I think what I have will work. I just gotta massage the outer wheelhouses a little bit. I think I might do what I was saying in a couple of videos back, where I might cut this. You guys can see it's barely touching the outer wheelhouse right there. So I think I might do 2 vertical slits, push it out, stitch weld it again, or hammer it, or just beat it with a hammer. I don't even know at this point. But it's close. It looks good, even with all the rust on this side. So if I am pulling this quarter panel off on this side, I'll probably re-stitch weld it, but I have a good feeling if I just get in there and beat it with a hammer, I'll be able to beat that inner wheelhouse that I just repaired, which you can see. But the part that I repaired isn't the part it's hitting. This side's still not rubbing. It's only that side's rubbing. So it's close. Form over function, right? Isn't that what they say? That does look really good though. I like the way that looks. Just have to modify it a little bit so it stops rubbing and it'll be good. Alright guys, well I think I've done enough walking around and just staring at this car because I can't even get over it. It's like now in this exact moment it's not even the same car to me. I mean, I don't even know. Just showing what it was and what it is now is not, I don't even have words. It's crazy to think that these are the same cars, you know, a year apart. You know, I know there's a lot of work to be done still, but I mean, it's sitting on its own weight. So this is actually ride hide. It's touching the tire on the inner wheelhouse on this side. It is not on the passenger side. My axle is not in there centered. It needs to go over to the right hand side a 1/2 inch, and then everything will kind of massage itself out. See our nice meats underneath there. Everything looks pretty dang good. Nice and snazzy. We have our taillight panel in, just kind of mocked up so we can kind of understand how everything's going to look. Got our trunk in. The only thing I really have to do is just weld it in at this point. I just set it in there just so it's out of the way. I got the ride hide set. It's hard to visually understand how this car looks unless you're here in person, honestly. Because this looks crazy. It looks like a Hot Wheel, like a hot rod. You know, I mean, the fit and finish is crazy. You know, I have just enough of a gap. Barely. I'm gonna trim the wheel well anyways, at that outer lip. Kind of give myself a little more clearance. Fits great up front. I might even lower the front a little bit more, to be honest, but it has ever so subtle of a rake. Like, you can't really tell. It's maybe like an inch higher in the back, if that, which is why I might drop the front a little more. But I mean, honestly, if I just left it, it wouldn't hurt anybody. Threw the grill in there just so we could see what it looked like. And like I said earlier, I'm just trying to get a visual for what this thing's supposed to look like, you know, when it's done. But I think with the color we're going on this car and all the accents and the trim and the interior, just the motor and the engine bay, everything's going to tie together really well. And I'm incredibly stoked. That's a 20 in the back. So a lot of you guys don't like the big wheels. You know, I wanted to try something different. I think it looks really good. Kind of gives me some Kindig-It vibes with the bigger steamrollers in the back. I've done an astronomical amount of research to try to get these tire specs right the first time. So I'm giving them to you if you have a car like this and you want to do something similar. It's a lot of modification. I have a 3-inch lowering block in the back of this car. There's nothing wrong with doing lowering blocks. I've done them in other cars before and they work just fine. And then we just cut the coil, cut about a coil and a half, I think, out of the front of this thing, and this is where it sits. So I'm really happy with the way this thing came out. Incredibly thankful for JBA for working with me on this car. A massive thank you to them. If you guys ever need speed parts or any sort of, you know, hot rod assistance, they're a great shop to go through. Support your local speed shop. But I think that'll wrap up this video. I'm pretty tired. I gotta edit this for you guys so you have something to watch this weekend. And I will get back on this car this week and hopefully we'll make some more progress, finish the metal work, and we can send this car out to get painted. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.